So today's walk is mostly about, what is it about? Weight. Yeah, so carrying weights. And realistically, we're not going to carry any weight at all when we start walking. So one of the tasks that people want to get to is to carry weights. And I suppose one of the ways I look at carrying weights is to do with camping. So you want to carry your bag. Now, if you carry your bag and you haven't carried your bag before, you're going to do yourself an injury. So we have to work slowly up to carrying weights. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go. Okay, so we do have about a kilo on us today, but again we're starting off slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2. I hope you enjoy this virtual walk. This is Glendalough, a monastic settlement. We will be heading to the end of the miners' village. So this is a little preparation walk that will give you some eyes on the start of the Spink. So I'm starting off a bit too quick here. Slow it down. It's very cold indeed. Try not to get killed by any cars. This is a hostel on the left. Not sure if it's open, but I do believe that is Glendalough Hostel. We're just about to go by. Now, there is a car park further up here that you may indeed have to start at. But today we're going to do my version of the miners' village. So yeah, International Youth Hostel. A lovely little place to stay. I'll show you that on the map. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. So this is walk 42 or 41. Every day I get out and walk. The days I don't walk, I don't feel too guilty about. But every day I try to walk. So you just say to yourself, every day I walk. Every day I walk. Every day I walk. You start getting into that, you'll start getting into doing these walks. 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1, 2, 3. We're going to be coming onto a beautiful bit of trail in a minute. There is a question of the route there. But sure, we'll come back that route. Okay. So I did just look at a bit of a more beautiful way to go. But we will do that on the return leg. We're going to be going down to the very end of this valley, coming back straight, and then we'll be cutting across the opposite side of this lake on the return journey. One, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Keep your footsteps close together, so no long strides. Double up the footsteps. So, looking at a friend of ours, he wants to do 30k with 11 kilograms in 4.5 hours. Seems like a lot of distance, but I like it as a target, so let's see how that goes. It'll be a nice target, something to get me out. So this is the approach that I would use for the Spink in Glendalough. You take a 3 or 4 kilometer warm up to it rather than start. There's a car park up here about a kilometer ahead, and it's a bit of a ferocious climb up this side of the valley up to the Spink. Quite an intense climb, a real hip spreader, and after doing the Spink a few times going this way, going the clockwise route, I kind of got into doing the anti-clockwise route. It seems to be a better approach. And when I say approach, it's kind of like a warm-up. So we're doing the warm-up right now. So this, unless we make this 10k, this isn't 10k yet. So we're gonna have to make it 10k because there are about 2 kilometers that we've cut off from what would be a 10k. Now, it almost sounds like springtime here. Let's get the hiking done early. Is that what the thought is? Let's get the hiking done early. We're on the lookout for a missing dog as well, so if you spot the little missing Labrador, December 28th. Ah, what a day to lose a dog. Definitely some sort of barking over there to the left, which is a bit of a no man's land. Now, now we're just about to come up on the entrance into this beautiful area. So get your legs ready for this one. Yeah, so what were we the topic of this walk was supposed to be climbing with weights. Weight training is really good. It really does build performance. You start taking weight off after you've carried weight for a while, you have tremendous performance, speed, agility, ability to run, ability to cover ground really quickly, but that takes time. You can't just throw on 10 kilos on your back and think in a week's time I'm going to be able to fly with 10 kilos. It takes a little bit of time to build up to that ability. So you need to really be lightweight. First few walks as lightweight as possible, because invariably, like me, who's eaten 2 kilos of chocolate over Christmas, invariably you're that little bit too heavy anyway, so you already have your backpack on. So what's the point in putting on another backpack or carrying any heavier? But what can you get from it? What happens to the body when you work its ascent abilities with kilos of weight? And that, maybe 10 walks from now, we'll start doing a bit of that. But for these 10 walks between 42 and 32, we'll just keep it nice and easy. Now I set a target of 42 or 52 walks in 18 weeks. And before the winter came, I had managed 10 of those walks, not even 10. So I'm way behind where I want to be. And people are like, where's your 52 gone to? Where's 52? Well, the target hasn't gone anywhere. The 52 hasn't gone anywhere. So this is the second car park that I was telling you about. But we would have to pay in there, and it's like €5 per car. So that's why we're not doing that this morning. Beautiful medieval cross there. Here comes a car. Yeah, here we go. Some people getting an easy lift to the start. That's nice. Oh, in for a swim. You're very brave. You're very brave. You're going in for a swim, are you?
Fun, yeah.
I do guided walks. I won't put you on camera. I do guided walks.
Okay.
But what advice would you give somebody who wanted to get into swimming?
Don't start in January.
Wait till
Start in autumn and
Right.
then be regular.
Okay, yeah.
Start
I did it in the
June and then-
North Sea for 30 days. And at
Okay.
the end, like the first day I was like this.
Yeah, like your
And
body does
yeah,
get used to it.
30 days later I was able to do it.
Yeah.
Well, you're very brave. I'll hear the screams down here, I presume. Take care.
Thank you.
See you. Bye-bye. You too. Right, an impromptu stop there for the ladies. We're just going to take it very slowly here. I'm not sure if I can walk this. I think I can. We'll just see if we can get across here. Yeah. Just a little bit easy. Take it easy. Yeah. Nice slow steps. I just want to take you along here because it's beautiful, but we'll be back on a little trail in a second, so just slow yourself down, go slow, and just enjoy the view. Very slow. Just have a look around, enjoy the view. So those ladies are going for a swim this morning. Isn't that amazing? Very, very brave. Oh, it's very soggy here. We're taking a bit of an alternative route. So just along the base here, there is a track that we will connect back up on later. Now, I'll just stop and have a little look and then back on with the show. Okay, here we go. Still going. Oh look, somebody's left a coffee thing. We shall take that with us. Somehow. Oh, come on. Into the bag. Now, there we go. Okay, little step down. Oh, will we be able to make this? This is the question. Oh, but anyway, Now, right, off we pop. Now, nice uneven ground here. Nice and slow. They're going in. Wow, how did they do it? Well done! Okay, so a bit of a wider view. Sunrise is still slightly late this morning. Yeah, so the start of Camedary is up here to the right. And we're going to be doing Camedary in the next few weeks. One of the reasons we don't do big walks like Lugnaquilla, Mullacleavon during the winter in Ireland is you have to think about the people who have to come and rescue you. You need more hours in the day. And realistically, something like Lugnaquilla is a 7-hour walk. And you're dealing with possibilities of really 7 or 8 hours of clean light. So the margins are tight if you get into anything. Anyway, look. I'm just going to be quiet for a minute, let you enjoy this. Slow descent here. Just going slow. opposite St. Kevin's bed here. So 1, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1, 2. Bit of tricky ground here. Worn little steps. It would be lovely to do the spink. So I feel like doing the full circuit right now, but I have to recognize that in doing so I might make myself too tired. So we just stick to the small things, get used to the road coming here. No. Starting to warm up now, really to the point of heat, even though it's 2 degrees Celsius. I'm feeling heat. Keep going, keep going. The ground is really uneven, so there's a lot of sideways rocking going on, going back and forth on the ankles. My laces are quite loose. That's gonna help with just getting my feet on the ground properly. There's a little give and take, but it means I have to go just a little bit slower. I can certainly feel the effects of having not walked properly last year. Now, this. There's a lot of trees that have been brought down by the recent storms. Now it's very slippy here. There's a clay that's on the ground between around November and March, and it becomes really slippy. So I'm just going that extra bit slow. These pine needles look like they are grippy, but they're not. All I have to do is stand on a little bit of a tree root, and we are having a little slide down the hill here. You can actually see where some animals have had a slide already. Now, looks like somebody has dropped a dog poo along the way. I'm not touching dog poos. That dog poo can stay there. I didn't mean to bring a plastic bag. I have bought some new plastic bags, so if it's still here in 2 weeks, I'll take it. No doubt it will be still here in 2 weeks' time. So now, nice and easy. Nice and easy. Lovely and warm now. Lots of effort. We're ascending even though we don't think we are. Now, feet. Okay. Nice. We're a bit. Oh, I'm so tempted. So tempted to do the full spink. Will we do a tiny little bit of it? Will we do, depending on what kilometers we're on, we'll do a tiny bit of an ascent at the end, yeah? We'll just have a look at it. Just a little bit. We'll do a tiny little bit. Just a little bit extra. Not the whole thing. But we'll just look at it. Just look at a tiny bit of it. See, this gets me into trouble because I go, I'll have a look at it. And then I get up a little bit. I'm like, oh, it feels okay. We could go up a bit more. And next thing I know, I'm climbing a mountain. Now, very tricky here. Lots of limbs on the ground. Lots of steep things. We shall pause here for a second. Just pause your walker. Pause your treadmill. We're going to have a quick look. Now, there's the real Kevin's bed over there. They have another one, but that's the real Kevin's bed. That one over there. There's one that they show all the tourists over here. This is actually Kevin's bed. Beautiful little spot as well. Someday I might bring you there. Okay. Right. Ooh, slippy. Yeah, see, it's slippy. All we need is one little fall, and we're in accident. Yeah, nice and slow. Nice and slow. Right, let's start again. Are you ready? Fully recovered? Fully recovered. Okay, let's go. Nice and easy. Up we go. Up we go. Up. Easily 20% right here. 20% ascent. And then we're back onto 5s and 10s. 4s, 5s and 10s. Lots of ankle work here. Lots of little ankle jolts left and right. They free up all your little ankle bones and tendons and ligaments. Each of those jolts, really good for you. They're stretches you wouldn't do. Yeah. Observation Post Charlie. That's the YouTube user. Observation Post Charlie. 60 years of age. Wants to do this Norwegian Rook Challenge. I'm with you, Charlie. I'm with you. I'm opening up the fitness calendar at the moment. It never really gets closed. It should never get turned off. But yeah, January does seem like a really good time to always start again. End something and start something new. Now let's see. We look a bit, it looks a bit tricky here. Big step up and over. Oh, lots of roots in the way here. Just one second. Just go slowly over that. And we're going down here. This is going to be slippy. And up again. Oh, not many people have been taking this route. Not many people know about it, I guess. Now, through the prickly bushes, just stick some needles into your arm or into your legs if you want to know what that felt like. Okay, we've got two options here. Up, Hey, big stepper. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd love to see that on a simulator. I know there's some simulators that can take this. It would be good to have the simulation run directly alongside the video. Okay. Now, we're going to be on the path soon. So between now and the miners' village, I'm just going to go silent. So I hope you enjoy this next bit of nature. We're now on 50 minutes, 48 and 3.2 kilometers. So within about 10 minutes we should be at the miners' village, and then you can stop this video and come back another day. So this gives you some concept of what distance it is from Glendalough village to just the very start of the ascent. It's like 4 kilometers to the very start of the ascent on the Spink. And what the Spink walk does is it goes up here, down at the end there's a zigzag that brings you up alongside this waterfall, and then you get to a bridge, you go across this saddle, and then you go up this hill to your left and all the way back. So it's quite cool to have a day where there's absolutely not a soul here. Really, really a treasure of a day to have nobody here. And sunrise ahead. Still little pieces of snow up on the top of the valley there. Oh, there's some deer. Seems to be somehow running out of card on the GoPro. Or is it that battery? No, it is card. I wonder how we're running out. I think I have a spare somewhere. 2 deer off to the left there. Not sure if you can see them. One big one, one small one. Yeah. Don't go in there, dear mommy. Let's have a look over here. Look at the deer. Can you see them? Hello. Now, off we go again. You can start to hear the roar of the waterfall up ahead. You can actually hear it from quite a ways away. Now, this little sign says the Miner's Way, and we have a white arrow and a purple arrow. Nearly there. We're nearly at the miners' village. Now, here we go. 1 hour, eh? 1 hour to get in. You can see some of the, let's go down here. We just turn, go down to some of the old mining equipment. Here we go. Look at this. Isn't that incredible? Still some springs on the engine. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? Something else, eh? Absolutely something else. That was obviously a big band ran around that. Some sort of engine pulling it. Okay. Onwards. We're nearly at the village. Onwards we go. If you like this type of video with the treadmills and with the virtual hiking, well, look, if you enjoy these type of videos, please let me know. If you don't enjoy them, I don't really care, because we're going to be doing a lot of them. And if you want to sit at home and do nothing, that's fine. People who are getting out and getting fit, fair play, guys and girls. Let's lose some kilos, feel the pain together. Okay, so yeah, missed all that. Missed it all. Here we go. So these lands, these were all lead mines, and they were opened in 1824 by the Irish mining company, corporation or company. And it ended here in 1850, I believe. But they used to mine lead ore out of the mountain here, and then they would process the lead ore down here. So although it's called the miners' village, it really is just a processing plant for lead. So you can imagine what's in the water here and all around. Some beautiful little buildings though. So we take a quick look over at some of the smaller ones, and then we'll have a look up at the river. And this should actually just increase our mileage a little bit. There was a bit of a skip there of 10 minutes in the video, so the GPX may be running a bit high. Look at that, there's a little trough down there. We've got to take a look at that. You may have to skip about 10 minutes to catch up with where we are here. But anyway, I'm sure nobody on a treadmill does more than an hour, because it's just too difficult to stay on a treadmill. It's hard to believe that wood would be there since 1850. It's a way to channel the water through from the river. Very difficult to believe that you can see it goes under the ground here, and then it's channeled. Like there's still a bit of a top on the wood there. Yeah. You can see how it tracks all the way. Right. Crazy. Crazy, I say. Oh, look over here. There's another little thing there. This definitely looks like the tea room, doesn't it? One can imagine sitting here with friends at the end of a long day, looking out across the valley, thinking about beautiful things and pints of Guinness and wives with sandwiches and freshly ironed clothes on a Sunday. Okay, I may just have to edit that bit out, but yeah, certainly some of this looks a bit more modern. That's like sand or sand lead. Not quite sure. Okay, so I'm going to end the video now in a second, and I'm going to start it off again when we're on the return leg. So, oh, I hope you've enjoyed this section of the walk, and I hope you'll join us for the next section to come. Look at these little baby trees that they've planted. Now that was a good hour of walking. We have completed, together, we have completed. Let's have a look. What do we reckon we have on the map? 4.3 kilometers. So it's not far off the 10, and we will complete the 10. But it's not far off the 10. Okay, Miners Village, 4.3. Well done. And continuing on this route, we would continue on from here, and we would ascend this zigzag stairway up to the top. It doesn't look like much. It's a lot of work, and it keeps on going back. It's a lot of work. Okay, we'll see how much tape we have, and we may be just coming back to do this another day as a spink challenge all by itself. We're not quite ready for that yet. So Right, off we go again. Beautiful. Such a lovely path. Here we go. Lovely stepping stones. Excellent. Right. Now, return on the Miner's Way. Walking into the sun this time. Now, on this bit of the journey, we're definitely going to see a few beautiful things. So, I hope you enjoy that. I'm going to talk to you as if we're having a walk, as if we're two friends. Now, start off slow. We should have had an orange at this stage. Has anybody had an orange? Here we go. I'll have a little treat for when I get back to the car as well. Ah, beautiful morning. The Miners Road. Very chilly here today. Ooh. Actually, kind of glad I brought everything that I brought to wear. Now we've got a good pace on the return leg. We're definitely gonna get 10 kilometers out of this one. So this is well over 14,000 steps. And return leg I feel warmed up, so I'm going to be trying to shift the pace up, trying to move a bit faster. We're going to encounter a person now in a minute. There's a person there. Out for their walk. Yeah. Yeah, another thing about the Spink walk up there, when you get up higher, it turns into sleepers, wooden sleepers, and it's quite difficult terrain. I don't like the sleepers. I'm not a big fan of wooden sleepers, and I have a feeling they've done something similar with Camadiri. You can see, yeah, here we are, covering ground. That's what we want. Hi, good morning. How are you? Yeah, so if you can see the mountain up here, that's the return leg. So you get up onto that height. It's about 800, about 1.5 kilometers of further ascent to get up onto that. And then it's easily 1.5 hours return. So we'll get to that later on. Now, here's some of the Glendalough Valley Nature Reserve. There you go. Okay. Right, off we go. No stopping. We need to get back for 9 o'clock. Got some meetings after 9. So I need to get back for after 9. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi. Yeah. So 1 hour back from here. That does look tempting, doesn't it? Where does that go? That trail. Should follow that someday. Such a beautiful area is Glendalough. Really is. Just superb. A little diamond in the rough. Looks like this was another area of works for the mines. There we go. Speeding it up now. Trying to reach our max speed. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so this walk was about climbing with attitude, with weights on your back. Weight training is brilliant. If you want to go to altitude, if you climb with 10 kilos here, you can climb at 4,000 meters with 1 kilo. I mean, it's still hard, but it's not as hard as if you went from 1 kilo here up to 1 kilo at 4,000 meters. 4,000 meters already feels like you've got 4 kilos, 7 kilos on your back. That's what it feels like. It feels like somebody pulling you from behind. That's what altitude feels like. It feels like somebody sitting on your back, having to carry them. It's a big surprise, I think, for some people when they get up to altitude. How you get, it's like a disability you start to encounter. But yeah, we will gradually bring ourselves up to 10 kilos. So I've done upwards of 18 kilos training, but you just put on a lot of, you eat so much food carrying that weight, and you put on so much weight carrying that those kilos. You get very heavy. Let this one go. Yeah. and I am guilty of putting on that weight. Training for big things. Big things are kind of silly, you know. 56k walks. They're kind of silly. Interesting to find your limits. Doing 35 miles. It's interesting to know what your limits are, but it's not that interesting to stay at that altitude or those sort of distances. You just need to eat so much food. That's the problem. Morning. Hiya. I learned a lot from the big walks though. I did learn a lot. I learned what I don't need. I don't need to do things that are too big. And I learned that carrying things, carrying big bags, just give you injuries like strain. Now I still pride myself on being able to carry, you know, somebody's jacket or water bottle to the top of a mountain for them. I like that. I like being that fit. But you gotta keep it up. And you can't be eating the stuff like I was eating over Christmas. It's kind of crazy what I was eating. Here you go. Here's some more walkers out for the day. Morning.
How you doing? Morning.
Hello. Hi. Hello. Yeah, isn't this lovely? Hello.
Hello, morning.
Good morning. Now, lovely. I'm going to change hands here. Oh, that's better. I maybe need to find a new way to film this. I'm either going to get a pain in my arm or a pain in my leg. One or the other from the imbalance. There's some muscle groups when it comes to walking that take 2 years to develop, you know? So okay, hang on. Oh, sorry. This is another 100-minute walk by the looks of it. Easily. Maybe more. Oh. Yeah. My mind thinks it can do a big thing, but my body is not in condition for it. I need to slow down. Just slow it down. So used to being able to go fast, cover ground, climb hills. But as I get older, all that starts to just get harder to get to. So just need to wait. Just need to take it easy. And bring it back down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Even slower. 1, 2. Nice bit of sun coming out. I love Wednesdays. Wednesdays are just a fine day. You can get out before sunrise on a Wednesday. So there's 40 walks, I think, 41 after this. I'm gonna start, I'd love to include my daily walks into this figure, because I'm doing maybe 3 every other day of the week at the moment. But I suppose we just have to keep to the task. Set the real goal as the proper distance. Anything that's not the right distance just isn't going to work. So these 52 walks will have to be all over 10k. So that means doing 30 in a week. Now, I think my max is about 77k in a week. So now that's with life and everything going on. My max is 70k. But it'd be nice to have a good distance for this week. Really tempted to get another Fitbit. The Fitbit is actually quite good to look at the stats. It's quite an expensive piece of kit, but I had one, I think it was called a Charge 3, and it worked for ages. The screen stopped working on it, but the actual unit kept on recording. And then I seem to have misplaced it over the last 8 months. It's just disappeared. I don't know what I did with it. Maybe it just fell off or something. But very tempted to get another one. The readouts and the statistics are good. Now you see slowing down there has just balanced out all the pain. Just slowing it down, taking it down a notch. Here we go. We're still recording, which is good. Now we're back at the start again. Woo! There's a good few tourists out today, going for walks. Oh. Alright, we'll take another pause here for a second. We'll check our statistics on the walk. Just hit stop there. Well done. Well done. $6.5k. 4.2, 149. Oh. Good morning. Good morning. Hi. 1 hour 42 on 6.5k. So we've another 4 kilometers to do. So we're gonna have to do a bit of a detour to get us to 10k. I'm gonna swing right here and we're gonna go over and around. I remember one day when I came here this was the finishing point for a 56k walk that I did, 35 miles in one day, and I'd set Glendalough as the termination point. Well, it wasn't quite 56 kilometers to Glendalough. It was more like 42, 44 or something like this. My god, that's slippy. It was 44 kilometers to Glendalough, and I came here and I said, okay, well, I'll just do the distance by walking around the lake over and over again. I'll just walk around here and keep walking around here until I complete the distance. So my ankles were bleeding, my life was just a pure pain, is the only word for it. It's just, I just need to take a photograph of this. And a little video. Yeah, so my body was just really tired. I hadn't drank enough water that day, and I got here and I had easily 10-12 more kilometers to do. And I just couldn't do it. But every time I come here and walk around this, it reminds me of that day. I still kind of find it interesting to think about trying to do a distance, and that distance came from reading a book. It was a book about Tom Crean, and he covered that distance in 18 miles in the snow trying to rescue his two friends. And anyway, the story is told because he covered the distance. He did the 56 kilometers. He did the 35 miles with scurvy and whatever. And if you want to know what Tom Crean felt like, I'll tell you what, he felt wrecked. He was exhausted. So, yeah, another view of this before we go. Good morning. So this is coming up ahead is the return from the Spink walk. So this is where you would exit when you come down off the Spink. And then you come across there to the car park normally, get a cup of coffee, and now, yeah, you come down here from the Spink, and then you go across there, you go get coffee. But we're not going to get coffee here. We're going to wait until the end. There's an old yew tree don't know if anybody saw the live from last Saturday. I took some people here last Saturday. Like 53 people took to Glendalough on a live broadcast. But at one stage I said, I put my fingers in these holes on a wishing stone and I said, I can't go up there, I'm gonna lose connection. Well, this is the up there. This is on the way back from the up there. So hopefully, for those of you who were interested in that walk or that day, you'll get a bit of orientation now in a second as to where you are. So, oh, it feels lovely now. Feet, legs, everything feels nice. It's back to feeling nice again. I'm not going to rush. No point in accelerating again. Just take it easy. Enjoy the day. There's this race sometimes to head back, to get back quickly. And I'm really guilty of it. It's like, get it over with, get it done. Okay, now hello.
Hello.
Where are you from? Where are you from?
I'm from Korea and
Okay.
Japan.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
Hajimashite, Maiwa. I learned this in Australia.
Australia?
23 years ago.
Oh,
Yeah. Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. Arigato.
Sorry, bye-bye. Korea. I should have asked the Korean girl, how do you say hello in Korean? Oh, they were nice. Happy days. Call me crazy all you want. That's okay. Oh. Wow. Oh, lovely. Oh, I'm just getting flashbacks of that walk. Everybody out for a lovely day. Hello. Everybody out for a lovely day, and I was out trying to cover 44 kilometers that day. I remember just being in agony here, trying to get around. And it was a lovely September day. I think it was like 26th of September. It was a beautiful day. And I was just in hell. Just in hell. And then 4 months later I was training again to do it again. It stands out more than the altitude walks, that distance walk. It changed the way I think of a lot of things. Changed the way I thought about myself. I knew my limits. I knew a potential limit. I knew how difficult it was to get to your limits. Learned a bit about dedication. I learned also that it looks really good from the outside. You know, somebody looking at this, it looks like fun. They think this is great. They didn't spill their coffee over themselves this morning, or, you know, have to get up and pack a bag. It looks great on the outside. It's a lot of work to get your fitness up. There's a little dog coming up now in a second. I want to get a bit of a video of him. Oh, isn't this beautiful? Really gorgeous. Can I get a little video of your dog? I do these guided walks where I bring people on little walks with a camera. Hello.
Bonnie's her name. Bonnie
Hi,
would go
Bonnie.
with you. Bonnie would go with you. Just mind she doesn't jump up on you and destroy your
Oh no, she's not going to destroy me at all. She's Bonnie, is she?
Bonnie, she is.
Oh, she's lovely.
I know she is.
Sorry for interrupting you.
A schnauzer.
Schnauzer.
That's the breed, yeah.
She's actually her son's dog. Okay. We love her. We
Out
walk.
for today. It's cold here, isn't it?
Yeah.
We got the spile the last couple of days.
It was like 12 degrees at the M50
Yeah.
and 2 degrees when I got here this
The
morning.
sun hasn't got down to it either, you
Stay
know.
long enough to warm up.
That's it. Take care. Bye-bye. Have a good one. Okay. Now we're off again. You can see the reflection of the sun in the water over there. Isn't that nice? Okay. Oh, really enjoyed today. It makes me imagine just a little bit how unfit I am right now. So, not totally unfit, but it's showing me certain limitations. This isn't going to last too long because I've done the work over the years and it's not going to last long. It's gonna, performance will just step up bit by bit. No weights, not for the first 2 or 3 weeks again. It's weird. It's like you think about the last thing you did. You climbed with 10 kilos and then you've taken 4 weeks off because your car's broken and it's gone. All that performance, all that work is just gone. It really makes me sad. That's, I think, where a treadmill comes into it. You know, even without a car, you could still do this walk. You just need to set the distance in and go for it. Look, there's a seat over there, but you're on a walk with me. We're not sitting down. Wow. They are spring sounds. Okay. I'm gonna have to change the battery again shortly. On to battery number 3. Oh wow. Speeding up again. The angle here, I haven't been really calling out the angles, but it's 10 degrees right here, and then it flattens out a little bit, goes down back to 5, and then it goes to 10-degree slope again here. And then it's gonna go to 4 now, 4-degree slope. Right, I'm gonna have to change the battery here. 44 minutes. Okay. Not sure what the distances we're on now. We'll check that in a minute. We want, realistically, a finish of 10k on this, and that's what we're gonna do. So let's take a look at that. We're on 8.1. It so feels like different. We have an average speed of 4.4. We're going to need to do 1 more kilometer. How are we going to do another K? 8.4. We might just leave this, or whatever the distance is. Whatever we get to, that's what it is.
Shoot me out an email, but I haven't gotten it yet.
Now, I really trust this app called Outdoor Active. It is so bang on with the distances. I could dream that was a 10-kilometer walk, but it knows it's not. A load of tourists. Now here we are, we're back where the virtual tour ended the last day. Coming into the monastic settlement. Morning.
How you doing?
And then come back the same way. If you end up in a field full of sheep, you're lost. Okay? If you do get lost, ask the sheep where the visitor center is. They'll tell you. Now, here's what you worked for. Morning. Hello. Now, do we think we have enough yet? Look at those windows. Stunning, isn't it? Now, this is, I think we're on about 9 kilometers now. So this will be the end of our virtual tour of Glendalough. It just gives you a bit of a taste of what's here. If you can imagine virtual smells right now, there is the virtual smell of old pine in the air. Beautiful smell of pine. Isn't that fantastic? I mean, talk about a piece of structure that has withstood the test of time. How long it must be there, and the weight of it, and it just sits there. Crazy, isn't it? Crazy. Okay, well, there's your audio guide to Glendalough musical tours, and the Glendalough guide. Get the app. That sounds like it's nice. There's the Glendalough Hotel. Oh, they've opened this up, and there's toilets and the visitor centre. Oh, that's nice. It's open. Oh, isn't that cool? The hotel must be opening again for the winter, or the winter must be over. Now, here's these two ladies again. We're gonna get a coffee.